2-ounce silver worth stacking? Well, we're going to go over the pros and cons along with the 3 levels of silver, so stay tuned. Well, hey YouTube, what is going on? Welcome to another edition of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack, episode number 78. As always, I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to check out the new video. There are tons of stacking channels on YouTube, and it means a lot that you've chosen to be here for a minute. If you'd like to help support this channel, then why not click on that thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. All those actions help to promote the channel, no purchase required. And you know I humbly appreciate the support. Alright, let's get going here. So, 2-ounce silver. Is that a good addition to your stack? Well, we're going to go over why I think they absolutely are, and the reasons why. Before we get into that, though, we actually have to do a quick review of the 3 levels of silver, and they go a little something like this.
So when we're talking about investing in any kind of silver, I like to break it down into 3 levels. And this goes for any weight of silver, as the principles all apply regardless. These levels also loosely apply to gold as well. And level 1 is generic silver. This is a great investment option for folks who want to add ounces of silver to their stack without the high premiums. Generic silver rounds are pretty much considered to be one of the most cost-effective investment opportunities of silver by weight. And they're usually available in sizes between 1/20th on up. These are produced all over the world, and you can find them with different designs and weights. Yet, in the end, all of them are typically 3/9 fine, pure silver, guaranteed by their manufacturers, and it's more bang for your silver buck. Just be sure to buy legit rounds and bars from well-known mints and dealers, since verification when you sell generic rounds could be an issue down the road. Level 2 is bullion, and silver bullion is any piece of highly concentrated silver, which is typically defined as 3/9 fine or better. Bullion is usually intended for investment purposes, and it comes in the form of bars or coins. Silver bullion coins are minted by government for sale, pretty much to investors, and most pure silver bullion coins weigh about 1 troy ounce, but there are a ton of weights to choose from. Also, a denomination is generally assigned to most bullion coins. $1, $5, $10, whatever you have. One exception would be the coins from the Korean mint, as they call their issues metals, more or less, because the denomination clay hasn't been used in quite some time. Clay used to define X amount of property that was owned by one person. Now, bullion is where you start to get into the premium side of the precious metals industry. A lot of stackers are turned off by current premiums on silver eagles, indicating their frustration by no longer buying them. I'm one of those. I haven't bought an eagle in well over a year, I think. And speaking of government-backed bullion, here's a quick slide that shows you when 6 of the major government-backed coins came into existence. Top left, 1986, you have your silver eagle. Middle, 1988, the Canadian maple came out. 1989, the Chinese panda was issued. 1997 introduced us to the Britannia. Now, 1997 through 2011, the Britannias were only 0.958 fine. 2012, they upgraded to 3/9 fine to kind of compete with the other coins. The Phil came out in 2008 from Austria, and the Krugerrand was introduced in silver form in 2017. It had been around in gold form for years and years before that. Level 3 is BS, or boutique silver, if you want to be nice. If you want to play, you're going to pay, and none of the 2-ounce rounds pictured here run less than $250 and up, way up. Top left, you see an antique coin with high relief. Middle, you see a Canadian coin that has an actual piece of meteorite in it, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Top right, you see one that's been gilded with gold. Bottom left, you see one that's got an actual green diamond in it. And the bottom right is a Queen's Beast completer coin with ruthenium and gold. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is all premium stuff, guys. Now, some of you might remember from a past video about a story I told you about a doctor who came into the coin shop, and he wanted to liquidate some of his stuff. Well, there are no generics in this guy's stuff. None. Not a single one. This is all premium stuff, which I would expect. But let me tell you, he got raked over the coals as far as what the dealer gave him. He didn't get nearly what he paid for it. And now you know the dealer went ahead and priced it for what it was going for him. That's how they roll. That's how they make money. But that doctor was pretty much raked over the coals. He lost money on that stuff. Now, is this stuff nice? Hell yeah, it's beautiful. I'd love to collect this stuff, but hey, I'm more of a pragmatic stacker, and I'd have regret thinking about a $450 coin that I just bought and that only had 2 ounces of silver in it. To me, my brain would be calculating how much more silver I could have bought instead. But look, if something catches your eye, then by all means do you. We've all strayed outside the stacking card and bought something from the collector side. Sometimes when you gotta have it, you gotta have it. Just bear in mind there's a huge risk in not getting back in return what you've invested in a BS coin. And in these cases, you'd be far better off selling to another collector than an LCS or any online dealer. Also remember, if we ever hit an SHTF scenario, no one's going to give a squat care about how much you spent on that 2 ounces of silver. It's still going to be 2 ounces of silver. Design be damned.
All right, there you have it. 3 levels of silver. So I'm going to cover the first 2 because I don't buy any level 3 stuff. I honestly don't. So the first level, if you remember, was generic, and this JM Bullion round is a great example of that. Nice clean design, 2 ounces, good enough detail. I mean, it's a good looking round. I like it. Another example, I think these are from Golden State Mint. I'm not 100%. But again, high relief, clean, really nice detail. Both of these ran me, I think, $50. So I think $50 a piece for these. That's really not a bad deal. We covered previously, generic rounds are the most cost-effective silver to add weight to your stack, and these are perfect for that. Premiums are low. Okay, premiums are low. That puts us right at $25 an ounce. Easy math. And that's not bad. I mean, there aren't many standard 1 ounce rounds that you can buy for $25 these days, so you're already ahead of the game on those. So those are your generics. Alright, next level is 2, and we have Silver Bullion. That's where these Queen's Beast kind of come into play. Really nice coins. The whole Queen's Beast series was just nice. And something out of Canada, like the Creatures of the North. Both very cool. But now we're starting to talk premiums. Some of the Queen's Beast series can go for $100 or more, which easily breaks down to $50 an ounce. Yikes. But you have a higher degree of liquidity over generic silver with a sovereign coin that actually has a denomination and a fantastic design to boot. So someone has to pay for that. Congrats. That's you and me. Government-backed bullion is most likely going to cost you much more than generic unless you get a great deal. But again, we're starting to slip into that collectible side. So this is one I had to have, and I like this one. I liked it. I bought it. Not really stackable, but definitely collectible. And lastly, level 3 is BS. BS, baby. Or boutique silver. While I love this stuff, love looking at it, my brain can't wrap itself around actually pulling the trigger on something that costs so much for an ounce or two of silver. I just can't do it. I mean, I don't mind enjoying other people buying it, but that is a lot of money for a small amount of silver. So you can do the math here. I mean, there's a huge difference between this Queen's Beast Dragon and this JM round. I mean, it's like night and day. You're talking, what? Probably a good $50+ difference. That's huge. I mean, that is huge. It all boils down to what your plan is. Stacking, collecting, or a little bit of both. And that's kind of where I fall into. Both. And by the way, it's always great to keep your eye open for deals. I got a bunch of these double maples right at $50. So I got a great price on them. Even though it's a sovereign coin from Canada, you'd think they would cost more, but I just got a great deal on these. I bought as many as he had. I just stacked a bunch of them. So there are deals to be had out there, even if they're government backed. So my conclusion, 2 ounce silver is most certainly worth adding to your stack if you do it right. I would definitely go for it if that's something within your means and your budget. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that video. I know that's pretty basic stuff to you seasoned stackers, but this info might be helpful to someone who's just starting out. And if you made it this far, then kudos to you. And that is going to wrap it up for episode number 78. I'll see you soon for the next video, but in the meantime, you know what time it is and what to do. Damn right, get stacked. Stay safe, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, people. Have a good weekend.